Very good evening everyone. In this video, we will see how to draw a parabola using rectangular method. The dimension of the parabola is given as base 100 mm, height or length along the axis 80 mm. Let's try to draw this parabola using AutoCAD software. Let's first set the units as usual. Make sure that it is in millimeter. Then set the limits 0, 0 and upper right corner 500, 500. Then make sure that ortho is on. Now using line command, just construct a rectangle for the size 100 by 80. Okay, so select a point here, 100 mm, this side 80, another 100, and then another 80. Okay, so using rectangular method, we are going to construct the parabola. That's why we have constructed the rectangle for the given size. Okay, next you can use divide command to divide this into 8 equal segments. Division is not clearly visible, so use p type to magnify that point size. I'll use this point style. Okay, next just draw a line from all the divided points. Repeat this procedure for all the points. Okay, next we have to divide this vertical line into 4 equal parts. Okay, why? Because see, this is the center. Okay, left side we have this is equally divided into 4 equal parts, and the right side it is divided into 4 equal parts. Okay, so if you divide this horizontal line into entire horizontal line into 8 equal parts, divide this vertical line by 4 equal parts. So again use the same command, use divide, select the object, number of segments 4. Okay, so again let me repeat, if the horizontal line is divided into 8 equal parts, divide the vertical line by 4 equal parts. If you divide the entire horizontal line by 10 equal segments, then you will divide the vertical line by 5 equal segments. Okay, next we have to draw a line. Before that, you just switch off ortho, use line command, connect all these to the center point, connect all these line into center point, likewise the third point. Okay, next we have to identify the intersection point where this vertical line intersects with this inclined line. So using point command, you just mark that intersection point. One, this one, two, sorry, point. This is the intersection point for the second inclined line and the second vertical line. Similarly, this is the intersection point for the third inclined line and third vertical line. So this is the okay. Next, you can use spline command. Okay, just connect the intersection points. Enter. Okay, so we already learned how to use mirror command. So type mirror and select all the objects, so that on the right side also we get the same geometry. So I have selected all the lines, and make sure that you select this intersection point also. Okay, then enter. It is asking us to specify the point of mirror line. About this line only we are going to mirror it. Okay, so this is how we have to construct the parabola using rectangular method. It is asking whether we have to erase source object. You click no. Okay, now in order to make that parabola little bit clearly visible, we use a command called pedit. Okay, pedit. It is asking us to select polylinear and multiple. You select multiple, then select these two splines. Okay, then enter. Okay, it is asking us to convert lines, arc and splines into polyline. You type yes, you type y. Okay, then this precision no need to change, just type 10 and then click width as per our requirement we can increase. I'm just giving it as 0.75 and enter. Okay, so this is how. 1 second, let me show it again. Pedit, select multiple, select the two splines which we have just now drawn, press yes, and then precision of spline conversion, keep it in 10 itself, just type 10 and select width and change the value into 0.75. Okay, just press escape. Automatically that it will get escape from that particular command. Now you can see that the parabola is highlighted in this rectangle box. Okay, now if you want to change the color also, it is possible. Just select this and change the color to make it look little bit clearer. Okay, next important thing is that dimensioning. It is mandatory to give dimensioning for all the diagrams. Okay, hope it is clear. Next we will try to give notation for all the points. Okay, so we'll just use the text command. Specify some point here. Height, let me give it as 3, angle 0, then type it here. A capital C, capital D. Similarly, we will give numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I'll just move this alphabet to each corner. Select this alphabet, give it as A, select this point and just drag it to the corner. B, C, D. Okay, then we'll just move the numbers 1, 2, 3. Just position at the same height so that it looks uniform. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. This line you make sure that you place it at the same position, so it looks uniform. Next we will give text for that vertical side, same height, same angle, 1 dash, 2 dash, and 3 dash, 4 dash. Okay, this one and one, this one should match, so I'll just move this one dash to this horizontal vertical location. Similarly 2 dash, 3 dash and 4 dash. Okay, similarly you can give it to the 4 dash will come here, that one you can move it here. Likewise you can give to the right side, right vertical side also, that is 5 dash, 6 dash, 7 dash, you can try by yourself. Okay, so main thing is that first we have to construct a rectangle, then we have to divide the horizontal line into minimum, you divide into 8 equal number of parts, then vertical line should be divided into 4 equal parts. If you are dividing the horizontal line by 12 equal parts, then divide the vertical line into 6 equal parts. That alone you keep it in mind. Then rest are very easy. We have used line command, then we have used points, p-type, mirror, and then spline. And we have seen how to increase the thickness of the spline also. We have also changed the dimensions, thickness of that spline also. Whenever you complete the diagram, make sure that all the points, corners are marked, at the same time dimensions are given. Okay, thank you.